We'll see how much the track changes. The shadows just starting to creep over the front stretch. Pace car has made its way off the racetrack onto pit road. Now the field in the hands of Ross Chastain. The Ally 400 is underway.
Turn 2, Jeff, clear of Reddick for the lead.
Yeah, Chastain got clear. This racetrack historically has been really wide, a lot of grooves, but yesterday in practice it was kind of one groove on the bottom, so all the drivers trying to figure out where they can go.
A lot of accidents. You see cars moving around, sliding around. A tough Xfinity race yesterday. These drivers have to be taking it pretty easy, making sure they understand how much grip this racetrack has.
Right alongside him. Haley right on that yellow line. Logano got a good run off of 2.
Side drafting down the back straightaway. Haley's going to decide to get in line. Good smart move early in the race. Truex to the bottom, side by side with Byron. Byron to the top of Haley. Almost 3 wide off of turn 4.
Haley struggling a little bit with the handling of his car. Really good qualifying run. Thought he had good pace in practice yesterday, but right now he's not
Oh, right on the door of Truex. Off of 2, almost contact. Haley trying to keep this spot, side by side, racing neck and neck into turn 3. Haley backs off, gives up the position. Truex really fast in practice. Now here comes Byron to the inside.
Kyle Busch was the first one on pit road today. He did not want to be. Listen to this radio.
So you're aware, right rear, the right front was fine. Close enough.
So he called right front. He came to pit road. They said, are you sure it's just the right front? He said, well, I don't know. You can change all 4 if you want. So that's what they decided to do on the 8 car.
You guys mentioned the win for Ryan Blaney at Charlotte. Jonathan Hassler, his crew chief, told me, hey, we were good there, as he brushes the wall right there and does make the pass on Bubba Wallace, or tries to into turn 3. How about that move for Ryan Blaney?
Let's take another look. Just high, trying to get to the right side of the 23. I don't know if he got a bad aero position or just got a little bit up the racetrack. I don't think the contact was too heavy, not a lot of damage, but that brake shake.
Thank you for running me in the fence. Really appreciate it. One more, but...
Well, there you go.
So is he saying that Bubba ran him into the fence?
So I guess he thought he was going to have more space on the outside of Bubba when Bubba came up, whether the space or the air or the vision or the combination of the 3 got him all the way into the fence.
And look at this. The 1 struggling a little bit, trying to clear the lap car.
Noah Gragson right there racing him really hard, trying to stay on the lead lap. Gragson back after being out a couple weeks with a concussion. Missed Sonoma, took an off weekend to get a little better. But look, this is not allowing Reddick to close. Reddick is sort of in a position where the air's a little bit dirty. He's on old tires and slipping around a little bit. He's gonna go way up the racetrack for some clean air to see if that can help him get this run off turn 2 down the back straightaway. Gragson's not doing anything wrong. He's got to race hard. He's earned an opportunity to try to stay on the lead lap here, but it's gonna create an opportunity. Look at Reddick, he gets the run. Noah backs out of that. Reddick to the
on the back bumper. Yeah, here comes the 45. Tyler Reddick trying to take the lead away from Ross Chastain, and he'll do it.
Also keep in mind, been a little activity between Ross and Noah on pit road earlier this year. A little physical altercation. Maybe there was something to that. Racing a little bit harder, but
as now we see the battle for the lead back on as Chastain has caught the 45. He's to the inside of him, Rick.
See if he can make the pass down there on the yellow line, but he's going to have another car.
Slide job.
To come in effective.
Slide job, Rick.
I've heard that before. We see the 45 of Reddick making his way back up in front. Did you think that the 1 was going to slide up into Reddick there?
He was just trying to take his line away, seeing if Reddick would back out of the gas. Chastain's starting to see a little business in his rearview mirror. Byron's getting closer and closer on this final lap.
Got a little bit loose there through 1 and 2. Did the 1 of Ross Chastain, and now Corey LaJoie making it a little bit more difficult for Tyler Reddick on this final turn of stage 1. But it's going to be Tyler Reddick grabbing his 3rd stage win this year.
Might be 3 wide here off of turn 2. Look at Truex to the inside. Ross Chastain on the outside of Byron. Little contact right there. Byron, the 24, into the left rear of Chastain, the 1.
Chastain surging ahead on the high line, but here comes Truex Jr. on the inside, right in the middle. The 24 of Byron.
Look at this racing at this racetrack. This is incredible for the lead. 3 wide for almost a full lap.
Chastain with the advantage when they go into the turn, but then Martin Truex Jr. brings that 19. William Byron fighting back in the middle.
Still 3 wide. Finally, Truex backs out, but back to the throttle to the inside. 3 wide for fourth, 5th, 6th.
That's Christopher Bell in the 20 that's holding on to 4th right now, but still the fight for the top position.
So important right now for the spotters to be reminding them you're 3 wide, whether on the top, the middle, or the bottom. You have to give each other room, especially on corner entry.
Still middle.
No one giving an inch.
Back to the 19 now. Back to the 19, coming back to
This
you
is
and the
crazy.
19. Gonna be even with the 1 entry.
Now the 24 surging ahead of the 19, and can he clear the 1? He doesn't. Here comes Ross Chastain on the outside again.
As they side draft each other, slows them down a little bit. The 19's going to clear them both.
Yeah, I thought William Byron got tight on the exit of the corner. He got up the racetrack, ran the 1 up the racetrack. That slowed both of their momentum down.
He's outside Alex Bowman in that Ally 48. That was right up against the wall there.
Yeah, Bowman not happy about that. Bowman into the door, hand out the window. Hey, man, come on, give me some room.
My goodness. Bowman is already coming here with a chip on his shoulder because he got wrecked out of this race early last year. He talked to me about that. He's like, I'm ready for something good to happen. Look at that.
AJ, remember, he had that bad pit stop, came out 20th. He's driven back up to 11th.
AJ is...
Little hand signal out of AJ there, too.
AJ's a little hothead. He ain't going to like that.
Well, this is a good time for spotters. Look up there in the top 108 laps, 300. Hey, guys, calm down. Long way to go. I know you're mad. A lot of work to do.
Oh, we got a spin back there. Tyler Reddick's around.
Tires off. He's lost a wheel.
So the caution.
And he had just pitted, guys. Just came off pit road for Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, caution came out. He has blocked pit road, and you see him rolling now without that right rear tire. Wheel completely off.
He obviously knows he has an issue. You see the fire out the pipes. His right rear tire is trying to come off the car.
What a handful. That thing looked like it was evil. He's trying to get it to pit road.
Yeah, the wheel's coming off of it.
Yeah.
Is what's happening.
There you see the nut fly up the racetrack there. Come off the wheel.
Again, race leader Martin Truex Jr. First into the gas. Door to door.
Contact!
The 6 falling back quickly.
Big crash back
Here
here.
comes Blaney around. Kyle Busch going in. Will they miss the wall? A close call there. Blaney may have gotten into the... He did hard into the inside wall.
Heavy damage to the front of that car. Man. That must have been a pretty hard impact. We don't see these cars suffer that much damage. So the 6 car struggles, and you have to wonder how that stacked up everything here. Kyle Busch gets in the back of the 12 and turns him around. Yeah, I mean, he just couldn't steer the car away from the direction it was going. I don't think there's anything Blaney could have done to change where this car was headed.
Yeah, that all started way ahead of him, and right there, that is such a massive hit.
Yeah.
See, it started way in the front, and now it's just a stack up.
Alex Bowman into the door of the 8 right there. A little contact on the right front of this 48 car. Blaney gets off the brakes, trying to hope that that car is going to start to turn and he can correct it. This could have been a whole lot worse. You know, the car not being able to accelerate.
Watch this. The angle of impact is what is bad about that wreck right there. It's not the speed of a car matters, but the angle of impact. And this is almost a straight head-on impact as the car goes to the wall. Look at that. You know, look at the left front and the right front. They almost hit at the same time.
They fan out behind him. Door to door for the lead. Hamlin on the high side. Truex Jr. right along the yellow line.
We saw a lot of this last year, Rick. This 11 car, Denny Hamlin and Truex battling all night long, and here they are again.
Insert the 23 of Bubba Wallace in the picture as well.
Denny fighting hard on that outside. Oh, really tight off of 2.
Back even win. Still just you and him. 6 off
It doesn't get any better than this.
You hear the spotter say, just you and him.
Still even 1 lane.
This is awesome, awesome. Being able to look out this window right at the 11 car trying to work on the outside here. The side draft from the 19. Pulls him forward. Truex noses ahead.
Denny swings wide again. Tries that same entry into 1.
Yeah, the Truex can't clear him because the 11 of Hamlin's able to just go to the gas really well, and then he's going to clear him on the outside. Just be able to carry that momentum.
Final time down the backstretch here in stage 2. Ross Chastain, after starting on the pole, looks like the farthest he's going to be able to get up is going to be to 3rd. A big run there for Martin Truex Jr., but just not enough. He'll finish 2nd to Denny Hamlin here in stage 2. 4th stage win this year for Hamlin.
Denny had his eyes on that 1 car right there. You saw him trying to block any move that he thought Chastain wanted to make. Clears Truex and Chastain off of turn 2. Look at the racing back in the field. Cars jostling for position down into turn 3.
Talked about Bubba Wallace had a bad pit stop trying to work his way through the field. Contact right there with Larson. Larson trying to turn down to block that run.
Man, I wanted to see the rest of that.
33 laps on this set of tires, 75 laps to go. We'll see when the gambling starts.
How about
I see you here with a run. That's your bumper.
Chastain right up to the back bumper of Truex, trying to take 2nd away. And he does it easily.
We saw this at the end of the last long run. It seems like Chastain has really good speed.
Taking the higher line now as he has the momentum. Can he take the lead away?
Did Denny go down there to try to defend what he thought the 1 would do? The 1 goes to the top, now to the inside.
Then he came down, wasn't able to block this run, and Chastain out front at Nashville. The 4 was running 4th, and now with the right rear tire down, he is slow on the apron. Maybe will he get all the way back around?
Well, and there was a cycle of green flag pit stops. People had started to come, but now with the 4 slow, they don't know where that tire carcass, if it'll come off the car. So green flag pit stops have ceased. No one is on pit road right now until they see this 4 safely get to pit lane. It looks like he's going to get all the way on.
4 fresh your tires, and a quick stop by the 1. Should cycle out still with the lead.
All right, so the 1 is definitely out in front of the 11. We're looking to our left. Here's Martin Truex Jr. Already serviced his car. He's going to go down into turn 1. Newer tires on the left. He's going to get in front of the 11, which I think is going to be a huge advantage for the 19, because I think he was getting held up by his teammate at times. But the 1 of Chastain has blended off in front of the 19. So as cycle continues, Chastain should be the leader. Let's check this gap right here. I'm not going to give it a number. Big number. 30 car lengths. I mean, that's a bigger gap than you had. So great job by the 1 team.
You know that frustrated feeling you get when you're on the interstate in the left lane and the guy doesn't get over for you? Well, right now, Ross Chastain is saying, get out of the way. I've got people behind me. Ross Chastain, the leader. Martin Truex Jr. running 2nd. And Ross Chastain trying to knife his way through this traffic. Again, Chastain changed his mind after he got into the corner. Thread the needle.
Cars side by side right here in front of him. They kind of open up a little bit. He says, I'm going in. Right to the top, right on the outside of the 10, Eric Almirola. 48 back there on new tires has went around all of these cars, but you see what it does. It puts 3 lap cars between the leader, Chastain, and the 19 of Truex, and that's allowed Chastain to get this healthy lead with just a few laps to go in this race.
Trying to close it out. He's led the most laps today at 97, and adding to that, Martin Truex Jr. trying to keep the momentum up. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank.
White flag. Hit your marks.
Justin Marks and Pitbull put this team together. A year ago, both teams were able to win, both cars, with Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain. And as you mentioned, made a run for the championship, was in that Final Four pairing. Now he's going to have another shot at it. A win here at Nashville for Ross Chastain puts him in the playoffs.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.